There's a great book by Lawrence Ries called The Nazi Mind. It was written a few months back, and I interviewed him on my other podcast. And if you just read his table of contents, there's 12 chapters in the book. Trump is 12 for 12 in terms of what he's doing and what he's pushing on the society. So now you have a choice. You can either speak out against that, which is the truth, or you can acquiesce to it. And the biggest problem that we're having in our country right now that I see is the fear. Because one of the things that these people do is they create lots of intimidation to silence you and to put you in a fear-based position. And people are like, well, you know, I'm going to let this slide because I've got to protect my family. And they start to make this equivocation. I can't do that because I once worked for him and I helped him. So I now have a moral responsibility to speak out against him and explain what he did. Moreover, I'm named after my uncle Anthony was on Normandy Beach on the 6th of June, 1944. My uncle Salvatore fought in the Battle of the Bulge. These guys were brave enough to take a stand against fascism in the 1940s in harm's way. My uncle was actually a Purple Heart recipient. He was wounded. He got off the beach safely, but he was wounded a couple days later in a battle in a small town in France on the way to Paris. And by the way, think of these personalities. He was in a field hospital for 3 months, healed himself up, refused to be discharged, and fought in the Battle of the Bulge. So if those people who are in my family could do that, I can certainly use my mind and my energy, my words to speak up against what I think is fascist behavior. And I think it's incredibly dangerous. Good people's silence enables this type of behavior. There's 50% of my country. There's even people that have voted for Donald Trump that think this is terrible what he's doing. They have to speak up. And so it's important for people like me to show them the way to do that. You have to speak up. You have to bring people out.